In this video, I'm going to break down everything you need to know about LLCs for content creators in 2026. Hey guys, welcome back to Biz Builders, your go-to source for business formation and entrepreneurship, especially for creators, freelancers, and anyone building a brand online. Now, if you're a YouTuber, podcaster, TikTok creator, streamer, or you run a blog or digital business, you've probably wondered, do I need an LLC? Is it worth it? What does it actually do for me? And how do I even set one up without getting lost in paperwork or spending a fortune on lawyers? So by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what an LLC is, why it matters for content creators, how to set one up, what it costs, and the biggest mistakes to avoid. If you want to skip to a specific section, check the timestamps below. And if you find this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more creator business guides, and drop a comment if you have questions about LLCs or want to share your experience. And if you want to get your LLC started the quick and easy way, I've got an exclusive discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description. So let's start with the big question. Why should content creators even care about LLCs? Well, the main reason is protection. An LLC or limited liability company creates a legal separation between you and your business. That means if someone sues your channel, your podcast, or your brand, your personal assets like your house, car, or savings are protected. Only your business assets are at risk. Now, as a creator, you might think, I'm just making videos or posting on Instagram. Who's going to sue me? But the reality is copyright claims, brand deals gone wrong, defamation, or even a business partner dispute can all turn into legal headaches. An LLC is like a shield that keeps your personal life safe from business risks. Plus, having an LLC makes you look more professional. Brands, sponsors, and agencies are way more likely to take you seriously if you invoice them as your channel LLC instead of just your personal name. It also makes it easier to open a business bank account, get paid by platforms, and write off business expenses. Now let's talk about what an LLC actually does for you as a content creator. First, it gives you liability protection, like I just mentioned. Second, it makes your business legit in the eyes of brands, platforms, and even the IRS. Third, it allows you to separate your business and personal finances, which is crucial for taxes and for keeping your accounting clean. And here's something a lot of creators don't realize. With an LLC, you can choose how you want to be taxed. By default, you'll be taxed as a sole proprietor if you're solo, or a partnership if you have a co-creator. But you can also elect to be taxed as an S Corp if your income gets high enough, which can save you thousands in self-employment taxes. So when should you actually form an LLC? Honestly, if you're just starting out and making a few bucks a month, you probably don't need to rush. But as soon as you start making real money, let's say a few $100s a month, or you're signing brand deals, or you're hiring editors or collaborators, it's time to get serious about legal protection. If you're working with other creators, splitting revenue, or building a team, you definitely want an LLC to clarify ownership and avoid disputes. And if you're signing contracts with brands or agencies, they'll often prefer to work with a business entity rather than an individual. Now let's talk about how to actually set up your LLC as a content creator. The process is pretty much the same as for any small business, but there are a few things to keep in mind. First, you'll need to pick a unique name for your LLC. It can be your channel name, your brand, or something new. Just make sure it meets your state's requirements and isn't already taken. You can check name availability on your Secretary of State's website. Next, you'll need a registered agent, a person or service with a physical address in your state who can receive legal mail for your LLC. If you want privacy or don't have a business address, you'll want to use a registered agent service. Then you'll file your articles of organization or certificate of formation, depending on your state, online or by mail. You'll need to provide your LLC name, registered agent info, business address, and management structure. The filing fees vary by state, but it's usually between $50 and $300. After your LLC is approved, you'll get an EIN from the IRS. This is your business's tax ID number, and it's free if you do it yourself online. You'll need this for taxes, opening a business bank account, and getting paid by platforms or sponsors. You'll also want to create an operating agreement. Even if you're a solo creator, this document outlines how your LLC is run, who owns it, and what happens if you add partners or want to dissolve the business. It's not always required by law, but it's highly recommended. Finally, you'll want to open a business bank account and start running all your creator income and expenses through that account. This keeps your finances clean and makes the tax time way easier. Okay, so let's be real. Most creators don't want to spend their time reading legal documents or worrying about missing a step. That's where Northwest Registered Agent comes in. If you want the quickest and easiest way to form your LLC, Northwest is honestly the best option I've found. Here's how it works. You just click the link in the description or pinned comment and it takes you straight to their LLC formation page. You select your state, state, enter your business name, fill in your details, and Northwest automatically sets themselves up as your registered agent. You can add extras like EIN filing or an operating agreement if you want, review everything, and submit your order. Northwest handles the actual filing with the state, and you can track everything from your dashboard while your LLC gets approved. The whole process on your end takes less than 10 minutes, and you don't have to worry about missing a step or making a mistake. Their pricing is transparent, they're not pushy with their upsells, and their customer service is actually helpful if you have questions. They also send you compliance reminders for annual reports and other deadlines, so you don't have to worry about missing anything important down the road. If you want to save time, avoid paperwork, and make sure your LLC is set up correctly the first time, Northwest Registered Agent is honestly the fastest and easiest way to do it. Now let's talk about the cost, because I know that's a big question for most creators. The state filing fee is usually between $50 and $300 depending on where you live. Registered agent service is typically $100 to $150 per year. If you use a formation service like Northwest, expect to pay another $100 to $200 for their help, but that includes the first year of registered agent service. Getting your EIN is free if you do it yourself, but some services charge $50 to $100 for this. An operating agreement template is $50 to $100 or more if you hire an attorney. Business insurance is highly recommended and usually runs $300 to $800 per year for general liability coverage. Business banking fees depend on your bank, but expect $0 to $25 per month for a basic business checking account. So for your first year, if you do everything yourself and serve as your own registered agent, you're looking at $200 to $400 total. If you use a registered agent and a formation service, add $100 to $200 for the agent and $100 to $200 for the service. So more realistic total for most creators is $400 to $700 for the first year. Now let's talk about some common mistakes I see creators make when it comes to LLCs. One big mistake is waiting too long to form an LLC. If you're making money, signing contracts, or working with others, you need to get that legal protection sooner rather than later. Another mistake is mixing personal and business finances. If you don't keep your business money separate, you can lose your liability protection and make tax time a nightmare. A lot of creators also forget about ongoing compliance. Every state has annual or biannual reports, franchise taxes, or other requirements. Missing these can cost you big time in penalties and headaches. And finally, don't overcomplicate things. You don't need a fancy multi-member LLC or a bunch of legal documents if you're just starting out. Keep it simple, get the basics right, and you can always upgrade as your business grows. So is an LLC right for every content creator? Honestly, not always. If you're just starting out and making a few bucks a month, you can probably wait. But as soon as you start making real money, signing contracts, or working with others, an LLC is a smart move. If you're serious about turning your content into a real business, want to protect your personal assets, and want to look professional to brands and sponsors, an LLC is the way to go. If you found this guide helpful, give it a thumbs up so other creators can find it. Subscribe to BizBuilders for more business formation guides, and drop a comment below if you have questions about LLCs for content creators or want to share your experience. And remember, if you want to get your LLC started the quick and easy way, use our special discount link for Northwest Registered Agent in the description or pinned comment below. Thanks for watching, and here's to building your creator business the smart way in 2026. See you in the next video.